And again, why shouldn't Myanmar be in a World Cup?
Okay, like this, and then I'll see you later. See you soon. Bye bye.
Really is first, like I said in the press conference, because of my knowledge of the team over the last few years. I've always been interested in Myanmar, and then again, just recently, as of just a few months ago, with China under 20s, we played Myanmar. We were looking for an opponent, and it was an ideal test for us. And I could see again at first hand that the girls are really improving. And when the interest came up from the federation, it was not a question of I'm not too sure. I was there straight away. I said, this is exactly the challenge I've been looking for. I had a great time in South Korea, I think everybody knows, and the 2 years or just under 2 years with the under 20s was very fruitful. We qualified for the World Cup, first time for 8 years with China. But deep down, my ambition was to get an A national team again. And Myanmar came up, and it was just, yeah, that's the challenge I want. Yeah, it's going to take some time, but it's possible. And so we kicked it off straight away. I didn't really need time to think about it too much. And then straight away after the first contact, I started watching the games again on the internet to get as much information as I could. And now I'm here. So it's been a process, but I'm very pleased to be here. Of course, you know, I presented to the federation, to the president, to general secretary, how I think we could get there, and with different phases, and of course the different tournaments coming up. And it's not, I'm going to win this, we're going to win this, going to win this. It's about each individual tournament, how we take it, how we can prepare. Obviously, try to get the maximum on success possible, and then review, and then go on from there. What was good, what was not so good, what do we need to improve, what do we need to work on? But with that goal and that target, that has to be the end goal. And now the modification for the qualification has changed. So it's not Asian Cup, yeah, like this year, Asian Cup, top 6, you go to the World Cup, 2 can go into the Interconti playoff. They're creating a new qualifying system. So that has, for me, I need, that's basically all I said to the federation. I need a pathway that leads us to 2031. And we talked about it and we agreed, okay, we can start this process. And like I say, each individual phase as a block on its own, but in the entirety of that goal. And again, why shouldn't Myanmar be in a World Cup? And again, that motivation, which I just said in the press conference, to achieve something that's never been achieved before. Whether we can do it, obviously I can't promise that. What I can promise is that I'll do everything I can to achieve it. Yeah, so today, for the Asian Games, you mean? Yeah, so today we have a meeting after this where we'll then just confirm our schedule. But off the record, but almost certain, we will start on Monday. So the players will I think, report on Sunday. So they have a bit time to come in, so no stress. We can't have all the players because Ayeyarwady have their Champions League matches. But we can, there's quite a few players that will be in the squad that can start, and then it gives me an opportunity to get to know some other players. But it looks like we'll be able to start on Monday, but that's off the record at the moment. But we're going to discuss that in a few minutes. But that should be the plan.
ချန်ပီယံလိလာအိုင်ဆောင်ခဲ့ပြီးတော့ဒီပြဘူးလည်းဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒီမှာအဲကြောင့်မို့လို့ကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့အကကြတယ်ဒီဘောလုံးခန္ဓာပြုလိုက်ဒီဘောလုံးကြောင်ပြီးတက်ရှိပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီချာစီစစ်ပြီးတော့ထိုင်ခဲ့ရဖြစ်ပါတယ်
ထိုင်လို့